Everybody has a story, from the tiniest ant to the largest elephant. Today, I'd like to share with you a story from the Ashanti people of Ghana. It's a story of brain over brawn, courage in the face of danger, and the origin of storytelling itself. This is the tale of how Anansi the spider brought stories to the world. Kwaku Anansi was the spider god of trickery. He lived among the people of the earth and cared deeply about them. One day, he decided he wanted to give them the greatest gift he could imagine, the gift of storytelling. At that time, all the stories of the world were held by the sky god Nyame. Many had tried to win his stories from him, but so far none had succeeded. So Anansi wove his web up into the heavens, where he spoke to the sky god. Nyame, God of the sky, I come to you on behalf of the people of the earth, demanding your stories for them. Nyame smiled down at the little spider from atop his golden throne. So you want to share my stories with all the people that walk beneath. But you must understand, dear Anansi, I cannot give you these stories for free. If you want to share my stories, you must bring me 4 great beasts. The first great beast you must bring to me, if you want to share my stories, is the beast who slides along the ground and strikes before he makes a sound, with fangs like daggers and a bite so strong. Bring me Onini, the python. For his first challenge, Anansi found the longest branch in all the forests in all the world and laid it outside Onini's home. He then began to pace around, talking to himself. Soon, the fearsome python emerged. Onini, just who I was looking for. Last night I was telling my wife about how great you are longer than the longest branch in all the forests in all the world. But now that I have that branch before me, I think I may have been wrong. Would you mind helping me? Not to be outdone by a mere tree branch, Onini lay down next to it with the tip of his nose on one end and the tip of his tail on the other. Anansi quickly tied him up to the branch as tight as he could. I got you. Now you're coming with me to Nyame. And Anansi brought Onini up to Nyame, and Nyame was pleased. The second great beast you must bring to me, if you want to share my stories, is the beast made of many who act as one, the swarm who speaks with a thunderous buzz, and their sting is well known for the pain it inflicts. Bring me Moboro, the hornets. For his next challenge, Anansi emptied out a large gourd and filled it with water. He drizzled the water over Moboro's nest and stood back as the swarm of hornets came buzzing out. Moboro, I'm glad you're okay. A terrible storm just passed through and nearly ruined your nest. Luckily, I brought you this gourd to help protect you in the future. Fearing the rain, Moboro flew into the gourd, one after the other, until they were all sheltered inside. Anansi quickly plugged the gourd and tied it shut. I got you. Now you're coming with me to Nyame. And Anansi brought Moboro to Nyame, and Nyame was pleased. The third great beast you must bring to me if you want to share my stories is the beast who hunts when the sun goes down, and you know who he is when you hear him growl, with his slashing claws and black dotted fur. Bring me Osebo, the leopard. For his third challenge, Anansi dug a deep pit outside of Osebo's home, covering it with palm leaves. Later, he came back to find the mighty leopard thrashing about in the pit, trying to claw his way out. Osebo, it seems you've gotten yourself in some trouble. Here, I'll cast a net of spider thread to pull you out. Anansi wove his net and cast it into the pit. Osebo stepped inside, and Anansi quickly pulled him out and closed the net around him. I got you. Now you are coming with me to Nyame. And Anansi brought Osebo to Nyame, and Nyame was pleased. The last great beast you must bring to me if you want to share my stories is the beast whose power exceeds her size, nearly invisible to the naked eye. A mischievous spirit who dwells in the trees. Bring me Mwatia, the fairy. For his last challenge, Anansi crafted a doll from wood and covered it with sap. He placed a bowl of yam paste in the doll's arms and left it waiting outside of Mwatia's home before hiding in the bushes nearby. When the graceful fairy stepped outside, she was surprised to see this strange visitor and asked the doll if she could have some of the yam paste. "Why, of course, Mwatia. Take as much as you would like." And Mwatia gladly ate all of the yam paste. When she was done eating, Mwatia thanked the doll, but the doll did not respond. Enraged, she punched the doll, and her fist stuck to the sap. Anansi quickly emerged to tie her up. "I got you. Now you're coming with me to Nyame." And Anansi brought Mwatia to Nyame, and Nyame was pleased. "Little spider, although the beasts you faced were bigger and stronger than you proved that with your creative thinking, there was nothing you couldn't do. For your brilliant display of cunning and bravery, you have earned the title God of Stories." And Anansi brought his stories back to Earth, and the people were pleased. And they began weaving fairy tales, epics, and histories. And as the generations came and went, 1,000,000 tales were told. But that concludes the story of how Anansi the spider brought stories to the world.